Great fucking news to all of my fellow True Detective stans. We finally got a confirmation date for season 4. It's gonna drop January 14th, 2024. It's only gonna be 6 episodes, and although we would have preferred it to be longer, we'll take what we can get. So everyone take a swig of their drink to celebrate. Are you alright? But you know what? There's even more good news. A new trailer for season 4 just dropped. It's less than 2 minutes of content, but I'm sure we're all fiending for True Detective stuff, so fuck it, let's overanalyze and speculate and break this shit down.
Tell me why you withheld information from a murder investigation.
So let's start with the 2 detectives, Liz Danvers and Evangeline Navarro. We already know from the first trailer that these 2 don't like each other at all.
You think I want to work with you? Take a look in the mirror. No one can stand you.
And this new trailer only confirms that dynamic.
I don't know what the hell they're doing together. Thought they hated each other.
We also learned that Navarro doesn't want to be in Alaska at all. She's just sort of stuck here.
Don't you ever get this feeling that sometimes you just want to disappear? Just walk out?
Also, when Navarro tells Danvers that she doesn't want to work with her,
you think I want to work with you?
Danvers' response to me makes it seem like maybe she doesn't hate Navarro as much as people think.
You think I want to work with you?
I do, actually. Yeah.
Or maybe she's just over the entire beef. Sometimes when you get older, you're just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think I'm ready for a more contentious duo. Also, shout out to Kenny Powers, bro, making an appearance on The Force. Up until this point, we've had detective pairings, or, well, whatever the hell you want to call the ensemble season 2 is rolling with.
Maybe it's just a little too close to suck a robot's dick, I don't know.
Anyway, the point is we had pairings that were friends, bros even in some cases, and there were a couple hiccups here and there. But generally, the 2 detectives were cool with each other. Here we have a clear difference between the 2 leads, with Danvers' beliefs being rooted in science and realism, with Navarro being more spiritually based on the trailer snippets that we've actually been trying to squeeze every last bit out of. The potential for conflict just skyrockets here. Maybe we can recapture some of the philosophical back and forth of season 1. I got my fingers crossed for sure.
We also get a glimpse at some of the other characters, starting with Christopher Eccleston, who plays the regional chief of police, Ted Corsaro. I think this guy right here is John Hawkes, who plays Hank Pryor, a police officer who was holding some old grudges. Honestly, comment below if I completely fuck this up and that's not actually John Hawkes.
I don't know what the hell they're doing together. Thought they hated each other.
We also see Aka Niviana, who plays Detective Navarro's sister, Julia. She doesn't say anything in the trailer, but we see her sharing a moment with the detective. We then get an extended shot of Danvers' stepdaughter, played by Isabella Starr LeBlanc. What an incredible name, by the way. Yo, full disclosure, I might have botched all of this, so correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. Look, I'm a humble guy. I know I'm a fucking dumbass. We also get this brief snapshot of a protest going on, and on the freeze frame, look at that sign, Alaskans Know Better. The protest signs also say things regarding the environment, such as this sign protesting against the silver mine and this sign saying, protect our water. Alaska is actually the largest silver producing state in the US. Where there's natural resources, there will always be outside companies coming in to siphon those resources. If the native Alaskans are doing the hard labor but getting left with the environmental damage in their homes, then that's obviously going to be an issue. Will this end up relating to the murders? Let's talk about the spiral next. In the first trailer, we see the spiral from season 1, and this time around we get it again, but we actually hear Detective Navarro say that she recognizes this symbol from years ago.
We found this.
I've seen that before.
I know you got some thoughts on the spiral, so Damon, talk to me.
Anyone familiar with a little Trudette knows the spiral has connections to the Yellow King and the massive conspiracy that fueled the narrative in season 1 for us. Some connections were touched upon in season 3, and as much as I like the performances from Mahershala and Steven Dorff, we really didn't get a ton of cohesion with that crossover. Will they try to reinvent the wheel or do their own thing with this? I'm hoping for the latter, unless we have a secret Rust cameo in the works or something like that. With a new writing team featuring Issa Lopez and executive producer Barry Jenkins, shout out to Moonlight, pretty dope film. film, they could certainly lean towards the topics of human trafficking and kidnapping as they relate to some of the horrific events that have been experienced by Indigenous girls near Alaska and the Yukon. It should be noted that almost a quarter of all human trafficking in the country involves women of Indigenous descent, which is an insane and haunting statistic. We don't necessarily need an overt Yellow King connection, but the spiral does raise obvious questions for us based on the setting and some of the cutscenes from the trailer. Regardless, we're going to be seeing some sinister shit go down with a pinch of spirituality. Definitely looking forward to this one since we've been waiting for so goddamn long. Finally! We finally got that date on the books.
All right, that does it. We squeezed out what we can from this brand new trailer. Like all of the rest of you, we cannot wait for January 14th. We'll be doing episode recaps. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.